So we need to talk about the
check. Check. All right, good evening, everybody. My name is Mark with Crypto for Seniors, and we have got an interesting one for you tonight. Let's take a look and see who is in our chat. Caw Valley Crypto. Well, good evening, Caw Valley. Also, I know Mr. Hawk Crypto is also live tonight. And so I do want to share a little love if you want to pop in between both his live and mine. I think I'm actually going to find another night. It looks like Sunday may be infringing on his time. Hey, Caw Valley, let me ask you a quick question. Can you hear me clearly? If you just type in chat, I appreciate it. I also see we have Meg is on, and Sandy, good evening, ladies. I hope you guys are doing great. Go ahead, any one of the three of you, if you go ahead and post in chat, just let me know that you can see us. I would greatly appreciate that. We're going to get started. Yes. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Well, gosh, I appreciate that. Let me move some things around here, and we are going to go ahead and get started. And that is definitely not the one that I wanted. All right. Okay, I apologize. We've got one little issue. I've got to move one of the cameras around so that you can see everything. All right, looks like we've got Eeyore. Hi there, Eeyore. You know, Eeyore, that is my daughter's favorite character, Eeyore. And she's going to love to know that you posted here. Okay, let's take a look here. Yes, and wrong monitor. Let's try this one. Nope. Well, listen, I've got 4 monitors. I've got to figure it out. There we go. All right. Well, like I said, good evening. My name is Mark with Crypto for Seniors. Sorry that we had a little bit of an issue there getting started. And I do appreciate everybody that's in chat. We're going to get started with a rather a touchy subject tonight. We're going to talk about the crisis in America. And this is concerning your retirement. And what we're finding out is as people age and get a little bit older, they're coming out to a point where they're starting to run out of money. And what happens? So a couple of options. And one of the biggest issues that is coming out is that a lot of the seniors are becoming homeless because they simply don't have family. A lot of our vets are becoming homeless. These are people that fought and died for, our country. And it really has become what a lot of people are calling America's shame. And I would ask you to watch this video that I have coming up. It's brand new. It's not released, so everybody's going to catch it tonight. And I really would like your input on what you think about it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Give me 1 second here and get it pulled up. And there we go. All right, enjoy the video.
Have you ever wondered what the American dream looks like when you are over 60? I did. I'm 67. Although I'm set for the rest of my life, or so I think, the worry about finances is the #1 concern of most seniors. The financial strain, the relentless rise in the cost of living, and the doom of inflation we all are experiencing today is very disheartening. Do you agree right now we need a call to action? We need an immediate intervention at all levels of government, our faith-based communities, and our corporate partners. One shocking fact is in 1990s, only 11% of homeless single adults were 50 or older. Now the number surged to 38%. How is this possible? This is the harsh truth we'll address in this video, where an alarming number of seniors are finding themselves every single day in America. Here are their stories. Mainstream television now depicts seniors in homeless camps on popular television series, but here in America, we simply turn a blind eye. Housing costs, in particular, have skyrocketed in many parts of the country. It is increasingly challenging for older adults with the fixed incomes of retirement. This makes it hard for lower-income seniors to afford safe and comfortable housing. You've heard on the news and my channel about your children coming back to live with their parents. This happened to me with my college-educated daughters. Now we have parents being kicked out of their housing for non-payment and are living with their children. Department of Housing and Urban Development highlights the startling fact that in 2023, older adults constitute the fastest growing segment of the country's homeless population. This surge in elderly homelessness is reminiscent of the Great Depression. How is it we are repeating history and we didn't learn from our mistakes? The answer? An alarming 57 million Americans are employed by companies that don't provide retirement savings plans. This leaves our seniors to a point of homelessness when they hit retirement ages. Gone are the days of retiring with a company you worked for 30 years and living your best years in retirement. That died with our parents' generation. My name is Mark. Welcome to Crypto for Seniors. Today we are going to review alarming trends as the workforce is aging, seniors are finding themselves homeless or living with a family member after working their whole lives. The American dream, sadly, is now America's shame. Seniors are the fastest growing segment of the homeless population. The television industry has already noticed and produced countless shows depicting this tragedy. Shows like Station 19, Grey's Anatomy, and 911. Homeless seniors are increasingly relying on emergency rooms for basic medical care. The financial strain of managing healthcare needs can quickly deplete savings in smaller retirement accounts and push seniors into debt. Chronic health conditions, disabilities, and age discrimination can make it difficult or impossible for seniors to find employment. This leaves them vulnerable. At my last job, I worked with an 80 and 90-year-old female employees. So, why are they still working, you ask, the 80-year-old said. I didn't understand how to save for retirement when I was younger. The other woman said, I thought Social Security would protect us. My parents never told me how bad it is. I need you to understand, they are literally working until they get sick and die. Healthcare expenses present another significant burden for seniors. As people age, they are more likely to experience chronic health conditions requiring ongoing medical care. While Medicare provides essential coverage, around 80% for seniors, it doesn't cover all medical expenses, leaving many to grapple with high out-of-pocket costs that quickly takes any savings they have in their late 60s. Yet some continue to live into their 80s or more, doing without the basics because Social Security is simply not enough. The rising cost of everyday goods and services further exacerbates the financial challenges faced by many seniors. Groceries, transportation, and utilities have all seen significant price increases in recent years, making it difficult for those on fixed incomes to make ends meet. What was once considered a comfortable retirement income can easily become insufficient in the face of our current inflation levels. Maybe you and me don't feel this financial pinch except at the gas station or grocery store, but the largest and still growing group of individuals in America is dealing with the struggle every day. This perfect storm of economic factors, stagnant wages, rising housing costs, increasing healthcare expenses, and the rising cost of living has created a bleak reality for many. Not just our seniors, but it impacts our veterans, single mothers or fathers who have to quit work to take care of children. The promise of a comfortable retirement, earned through years of hard work and dedication, seems increasingly elusive as they struggle to maintain their financial stability, independence, and pride or self-worth. A disturbing trend is emerging in the shadows of American prosperity, a surge in homelessness among our late 50s and 60s and unfortunately into our 80s. This silver tsunami, as experts have dubbed it, is a stark reminder of the economic vulnerabilities facing a quickly growing segment of the population. Full disclosure, as of the release of this video, both my wife and I started our retirement. Neither one of us retired when we thought we would, me for health reasons and my wife because her practice closed. So, I am right here with you with the same fears and hope that we all have at this stage of our life. Once a rare occurrence, seeing elderly individuals on the streets or in the workplace is becoming increasingly commonplace in cities and towns across the nation. Or finding seniors working at the grocery store in the checkout lane, or at the doctor's office scheduling you for another appointment. You see them, but do you really? Multiple factors contribute to this alarming trend. The rising cost of housing, coupled with stagnant incomes and inadequate retirement savings, has left many seniors struggling to keep a roof over their heads. Case in point, in Florida in the last 5 years, an average of 146 nursing homes or assisted living facilities have closed each year. This information is confirmed with the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration. The situation is particularly dire for those with pre-existing health conditions or disabilities. These individuals often face additional challenges in securing employment and affording necessary medical care, making it even more difficult to maintain stable housing. As a result, many end up on the streets, their health and well-being further compromised by exposure to the elements and lack of access to basic necessities and medication you and me easily obtain from our pharmacy. We are past crisis stage. There are no easy answers to the question, what's next? The struggle for many is affordable housing and care. The surge in elderly homelessness exposes a critical gap in the availability of affordable housing and long-term care options for our aging. By 2040, really not that far away, the number of Americans aged 65 or older is expected to grow by 45%, from 56 million today to 81 million in less than 2 decades. Across the country, waiting lists for subsidized housing and assisted living facilities are growing longer, leaving many older adults in desperate situations. Many Americans find themselves reliant on Social Security, which sadly replaces around 40% of their previous income, requiring that retirement savings to cover the 60% difference. And remember, 57 million Americans are employed by companies that don't provide retirement savings plans for their workers. Furthermore, the lack of affordable housing options is compounded by a shortage of long-term care facilities and home health aides. These health aides and nurses are leaving their industry at alarming rates. Those who replace them are far less trained and qualified. As the senior population grows, the demand for these services is far outpacing the available supply. This shortage is driven by several factors, including low wages for caregivers, challenging or dangerous working conditions, and limited government funding for long-term care facilities and services. Experts and economists agree the consequences of this shortage are dire. So, a quick reality check. Do you think we can recover? Post in the comments below what your beliefs are about this situation. Seniors who are unable to afford private care or secure a place in an assisted living facility often end up in overcrowded shelters or worse yet, on the streets. I want to stop here and tell you a story about one man who, after the George Floyd situation, is committed to making a difference. Sheriff Bob Fletcher of Ramsey County, his deputies and members of his God Squad, go into the homeless community in Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota. Not to break up the encampments, but to spread love, joy, and dignity to those who have fallen on hard times. Sheriff Fletcher runs a large YouTube community. You can click on the link above or wait until the end of the video and you will find a link to their page in the description and comments. Let's show them some love and subscribe. The loyal following of which I am a proud member of are called the Backseaters. These Backseaters provide gift cards to the sheriff and his merry band of men and women. It's the Backseaters who started this after they saw the sheriff pass out a few food gift cards to many fast food restaurants so the homeless can have a good hot meal that evening. Now cards literally come from around the world. And a shout out to Nick at Night, Deputy Nicole Sparks, and the amazing CAT team. For security reasons, Deputy Sparks is not shown here. Catch their live to see her and the cat team in action, all who pass out gift cards to the homeless. Or to troubled youth showing kindness and a true desire to have communication between law enforcement and today's youth of any color. You can watch the sheriff and Clear Right Deputy Pat Scott Friday evenings at 9:11 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook. They have anywhere between 10,000 to 18,000 people who follow them on Friday nights on both platforms. Join me in becoming a loyal backseater. Now back to the video. Without significant investment and policy changes, the crisis of elderly homelessness will continue to escalate, leaving a growing number of seniors vulnerable and without the support they need. Analysis by the U.S. Government Accountability Office revealed that only 1 in 10 low-income workers between 50 and 64 saved for retirement last year, compared to 1 in 5 in 2007. These individuals, shockingly, these workers have a median earning of over $100,000 a year. As people age, their healthcare needs tend to increase, leading to higher medical expenses that can quickly deplete retirement savings and push seniors into financial insecurity or ruin. Even with Medicare, the federal health insurance program for those aged 65 and older, significant gaps in coverage leave many seniors vulnerable to high out-of-pocket costs. These costs can be substantial, especially for seniors with chronic health conditions requiring ongoing medical care and expensive medications. The lack of price controls on prescription drugs in the United States further exacerbates this problem, allowing pharmaceutical companies to charge exorbitant prices for life-saving medications. This is one of the major causes of mental health problems in the homeless community and part of the group I would counsel when working as a crisis counselor. The financial strain of managing healthcare costs can have devastating consequences for seniors. Many are forced to choose between paying for healthcare, housing, food, or other essential needs. Some delay or forego necessary medical care due to cost, leading to a decline in health and potentially higher healthcare expenses in the long run. Now you see why I wanted to speak about this rising situation. And finally, let's wrap this up with that call to action. Protecting our elders, preserving our future. In a few years, most of you watching will experience the same concerns for your future. The plight of America's seniors is a stark reminder that the American dream, once a beacon of hope and opportunity, is slipping out of reach for far too many. In a country as affluent as ours, homelessness should not be an acceptable outcome for our seniors. Our leaders, our government who vote themselves pay increases all the time seem to me to be shifting the responsibility onto our shoulders. I am for less government controlling my life, but increasing the nation's debt to staggering numbers is not the answer. Inflation so quickly after the pandemic, the dream of working our whole life and retiring at 65 is gone for most. This call to action must start today if we will ever have a chance to repair our economy. I absolutely will not allow discussions about politics here, but follow your beliefs. Make a difference like Sheriff Fletcher in Ramsey County, Minnesota. We cannot, in good conscience, stand idly by as a generation that built this nation struggles to survive. Our elders deserve to live out their days with dignity and respect, not in fear and desperation. Their stories, filled with resilience, hardship, and a deep-seated desire for a secure and fulfilling retirement, should serve as a powerful call to action for all Americans. The time for complacency is long gone. The well-being of our seniors is not a partisan issue. It is a human issue that demands a collective response. One more call to action, if I may. If you have continued to watch this video to this point, you may find this video helpful and informative. Thank you, truly, for your time and concern to the retirement nightmare here in America. If you would like and subscribe, it really helps the algorithm to find me and help promote our channel. Thanks, I will catch you in the next video.
All right, looks like we are back. Let me get something pulled up here real quick. I do want to give a quick shout out to Sheriff Bob Fletcher, Deputy Clear Right, Patrick Scott, Nick at Night, and the amazing CAT team, that is the carjacking team there in Minnesota, for allowing me to bring some of that content. You actually got a chance to see one of their chases. Please head on over to their site. You will be able to find them just do a quick check, and I will have it in the link down below of this video when we publish it. Okay, and give me 1 second. There we go. There is the Live on Patrol. You just want to head on over to their website or their channel and give them some love if you would like and subscribe. Now, they do go live on every Friday night, usually at 9:11 p.m. And the videos typically go somewhere around 4 to 5 hours. And you see all kinds of car chases, just kind of like what you just saw. So I greatly appreciate them. I absolutely love and support them any way that I can. They have a candy drive for Halloween. And it is so easy to support our law enforcement community. What I did is I sat in my home. I got on Amazon. I bought a couple boxes of candy that did not have nuts. And, Amazon sent it to them. And it really was that easy to support these men and women going out into the community and really preaching just love. I mean, nothing but love. This is one amazing law enforcement group. I've had the good pleasure of being around a lot of law enforcement, everything from FBI, DEA, Secret Service, to local law enforcement. I was the president of an association of 600 law enforcement and their private partners in corporate security. And so I really want to try to share some love with them. Please stop by, like, and subscribe to them as well. All right, we're going to move right along. We've got some more videos from them. Thank you very much, Sheriff Fletcher. All right, so these folks have a cult following. You're going to see that they've got somewhere around, anywhere from 10, 12,000 up to as much as 18,000 people that follow them on Friday nights. I did a poor job queuing this up. So whenever people happen to be in town in Minnesota, they do manage to try to hook up with the sheriff. This is actually a video clip, and I have no idea why they are not on screen, but they should be. And the sheriff is very gracious, and he will take some time and actually meet up with them. So if they do not come live here in just a second, I'd love for you to see the guys. Yeah, looks like I can hear them talking. Let's just whoops, too much. There we go. That is Sheriff Fletcher on the left. That is a couple of very proud backseaters in the middle. And that is Deputy Clear Right Scott. Now, the story of Clear Right is, as the sheriff is flying through intersections, deputy's right on it. He will let them know that the intersection is clear and sheriff is safe to proceed. Amazing, amazing, amazing people. All right, that just shows you, if you ever get a chance to head over to Ramsey County, please stop by. And I can't end this without going to some of the amazing other deputies. Check this out. This is one of the deputies of Ramsey County. Just stopped in the middle of the street. There is a basketball game going. And this is the time when they actually spend some time and talk to the people. What's going on? What have you heard? What do you need? How about a couple of gift cards to McDonald's? How about something to target.
Kent and Doreen.
They really,
From Mesa,
truly are trying
Arizona.
to help their communities.
Doreen
They're
is
trying to
originally
do
from
something
Mason
about
City, Iowa.
this homeless
And Kent is
crisis,
originally from
and they're
Roseau,
trying
Minnesota.
very hard to interact
Burger
with
King,
their
Subway,
community.
Hockeytown, Roseau.
Speedway, Holiday. Thank you. We'll use these for the homeless. Thank you. Thank you very much. Those are dedicated to the homeless that are hanging around. We are going to do, like we said,
All right, there you go. You could actually hear the sheriff was talking about giving some gift cards out to the homeless community. There was somebody over there at that time. All right, if you have any questions about retirement, investments, crypto, we are going to get into crypto in just a little bit. How are we doing on time? Looks like we're doing great. I think we're going to cut this off a little short tonight. Well, interesting. That shouldn't be there.
Really?
All right.
She was here without a suitcase, right?
So let's go ahead and pivot just a little bit. I will be happy to, at this point, answer any of your questions. We're going to open it up for an AMA, which is Ask Me Anything.
She might be eligible for a gift card
Excuse me,
herself.
I'm just getting over a cold. So some of you are new to the channel, and I know we're going to get some of the sheriff's backseaters, and welcome and a shout out to you. I do want to try to give you a little bit of background so that you have some kind of an idea. What is this guy who's newly retired? What is your background, and why are you giving investment advice? And so, very short story while we're getting this queued up. So, somewhere around the age of 10 to 13 years old, and opinions vary on that. My father actually sat me down and started to talk to me about saving for my future, investing a little bit, and talking to me about stocks and bonds. Of course, I'm 66 now, so crypto wasn't even a dream back then. One of the things that we did is we actually purchased somewhere around 5 to 10 stocks at that time. And that's where I found my love of investing. And every morning we got up and we took a look in the paper. Yes, I remember newspapers. We took a look in the newspapers and we looked up some of the prices of the stocks that we had bought. And pretty much I invested one share in blue chips. But here's the thing. My father made me pay for the stocks myself. So it was only a stock that I could actually afford. But stocks weren't really $200, $300, $400 back then. They are now, but not so much back then.
Can you believe it smells like marijuana now?
I started off at that age. Throughout my time, as I have developed into a senior of 67, I have studied investments. I have worked very hard. Back when I was 19 years old, I bought my very first house and flipped it for a profit after 3 years. It was amazing. Not a lot of 19-year-olds out there, but I had the background and I had the desire to learn, and that's the big thing that you'll find with crypto. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight.
Quarter pounder. That was
and fast forward to today, and I'm happily married, and 44 years living in a ranch-style home on a golf course. I was able to build that investment portfolio over time and get myself to a point where I could provide money for my family. Something that we call generational wealth, something I hope you're able to do. Watch the channel and hopefully you'll be able to do that. Again, let me remind you, we do have chat open. Please feel free if you have any questions on investment or retirement. I would be very happy to work with you on that.
Absolutely.
So one of the things that I did was I made the mistake one day of going to my barber. And he was very big into crypto. And at the time, I had no idea really what it was because I wasn't interested in this magic money, this monopoly money. I didn't have the slightest feeling that this was something that would ever take off.
So not that,
But after he had a captive audience, Jake, who, by the way, shout out to you, Jake, if you are on tonight, Jake was able to kind of explain it to me, and I found it really interesting. So what did I do? I did like anybody that wants to learn how to do something. You go to YouTube, right? That's what you're here for right now. And so on YouTube, there was a group of guys, and honestly, I don't want to give their names out. You probably know them. I respect them. I think they're wonderful. But like I said, I'm 67. You know, it was about 2 or 3 years ago. Their type of videos were just not really for me. So hopefully you saw by the production quality that, excuse me, that I do. My videos are very highly produced. They take a really long time, not anywhere near the content that is pumped out there today. A lot of research. I've got several people that work for me that do this in the background, and I greatly appreciate them. Some get paid, some do not. But we managed to create a little niche market, providing information to the seniors. So as I was looking back then, most things were written for the 20-somethings. That's just fine. But I didn't care about flashy cars and big houses or, you know, jets. What I wanted was real information that I could use on a daily basis. And we're going to get to that in just a minute. So I decided at that time this was something I needed to do. So I did a little research, got into crypto mining. And I've got a very nice mining farm. One day I will take you and show you my mining farm. If you are a member of our Discord, in our Discord I actually show you my mining farm. We're in the process of building it and putting it, the walls up. It's in our basement and venting out a lot of the heat because we have incredible heat. It's like 95 degrees on any given day there. And so we want to get that out of the house. Now, any of the ASICs, if you're familiar with ASICs, ASICs currently are being hosted. So I don't have to deal with that. All I do is just pay one fee and I get to reap the benefits, right? So the power consumption is amazing. A lot of us that are in the crypto world, you know, we can spend anywhere from $600 to, I have heard of $3,000 and as much as $6,000 for power bills. The person that had the $6,000 bill, he shut it off. So he had to renegotiate. My heart just goes out to him. I cannot imagine getting a power bill like that. So I've had a lot of fun. And one thing that I did not realize was the interest in presenting crypto in a little easier of a format to seniors, to the senior community. And we're in the process of talking with some groups and some nursing homes or assisted living facilities and actually going out to the community. And I'm not here to sell you anything. And of course, I want to tell you right now, this is not financial advice. So what I would tell you is that there is a real need for crypto information within the communities, no matter what the age. There's a YouTuber named Randy. She's about, I believe, 21 or 22. She actually goes into the high schools and talks about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And so that's what we're in the process of doing, going out into the senior community and having little talks at the local library. So we don't really make our location public, but if you come across some in the paper, if you are around in my city, I sure hope you stop by. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a lot of giveaways. I've given out Tangent Wallets, which is a cold storage wallet. I've given out 2,500 Raven coin to somebody for our 2,500 subscriber. So we are going to be giving out all kinds of fun things, and I hope you stick with us and join us. All right, so we're going to move in and start to wind this up just a little bit. So as we talk about cryptocurrency, and again, if you have any questions, leave it in chat. I'll be happy to visit with you. I will try to answer, and if I do not have the answer to it, I will find it, and I will get a hold of you, and I'll let you know. Okay? All right, so every morning when I wake up, I literally go to these 3 sites. And like you're going to see in my videos, full disclosure, you know, I am totally transparent. You will actually see what I'm holding. I will tell you how much I'm holding. I will tell you not exactly what my portfolio is, but in some of my videos at the time I did tell you what it was. So this is one of the sites that I go to. This is called Crypto Bubbles, cryptobubbles.net. And a lot of really great information can be found here. I'm just going to run you through a few of them. If you saw my video where I was talking about my top picks, if not, shame on you. I'm going to call you out right here. You got to go check out my videos on my top picks. And we're going to take a look at this one that I have selected. One of them, and this is really my smallest holding, but this is the one that I have made the most amount of money off of so far, is Hedera Hashcraft, or H-bar, as a lot of people know it. So what I do is I come to this and I start to click on some of my favorites. And you can set this up. I don't have it right now, but you can set this up where only your favorites show every day. So you click on it. Anything that is green that you can see in the screen, those are the ones that are up at the moment. Anything that is red, like you see these down here, currently those are down. So Hedera, how is Hedera doing? Well, you can see they got their all-time high, which was literally right there. When Hedera first came out, because I do these things and I go over to CoinMarketCap and a few others, I get a listing of, would you take care of that for me, please? Sorry, I got a dog that's going crazy. She just wants to be out here. And she breathes like a freight train. So, didn't want to have that on the stream. Thank you, Sandy. All right, so back to this. So, Hedera was one of those that I invested when it first came out. I saw that it was a brand new token. I liked what I saw, and you go to the white paper and you read the white paper, you go to the website, you take a look and you see, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. Let me get a quick sip here. There we go.
That's 117, 130, light traffic.
Private message.
Everyone's yielding on the right.
He's still on a 52, right?
That was southbound for 117.
Yes.
All right. Yep. There you go.
You
Okay.
can turn the other one off and just verify the location, because he's in southbound.
All right. So
117.
I saw Hedera came out, and I really liked what they had, and I liked
Street down here.
their white paper and some information. I felt very comfortable in investing in them. I got in very early. It was a sleeper token, and got in with $200, came out with about $650 in a relatively short window. I'm not going to be specific for personal reasons. And you can kind of see it is down just a little bit from the high. But you can come over here and take a look. And this is going to show you basically how they're doing. You can go day, week, month, year. So this is their year. So they had a little bit of a dip. And honestly, I got out right there. Can you see that right there? That little point. That was the day I got out. Wow, I got lucky because it did go down, but my gosh, look at it. So I did invest into it. I caught it back up somewhere in this area, a little over 6 cents, and I am going to hold it. I currently have, somewhere at a minimum of 10,000 to 15,000 Hedera. And as I have that with all of my tokens, I have at least a minimum of 10,000. I just keep either dollar cost averaging and buying it up, or, it's one of those where, I'm in it, I'll ride it. If I think that there's going to be a pull on it, I may go ahead and pull out. So, that's Hedera. VeChain. Here's another one. Whoops, there we go. VeChain is another one that I'm invested into. It is a token that's been around for quite a while. I think good things are going to happen with it. I didn't get into it until just about this little pit, or this little valley right here. So I am going to hold on to it until the altcoins do tend to surge just a little bit. Another one that I'm currently mining is Dogecoin and Litecoin. So you can see a lot of activity is going on with Dogecoin. Thank you, Elon Musk. So when you get a chance, go ahead and come on over to cryptobubbles.net. Got some really good information there.
See how that guy didn't really pull over too good for him.
All right, now we're going to take a look. This is the second site that I go to every morning, CoinMarketCap. And I'm going to need my glasses for this one, I can already tell you. So one of the first things I look at is right over here, and you can see that hopefully. There you go, the Fear and Greed Index. So greed is running right now at about 60, just about in the middle, just about where you kind of want it. So what does that mean? When the value is closer to zero, the market is in extreme fear and investors have oversold irrationally. When the value is closer to 100, the market is in extreme greed, indicating the likely market correction. So honestly, you don't want to truly be on either end of it. You want to kind of keep that right in the middle. You want to kind of watch that as it grows, and you want to make your purchases at the right time. It is very calculating. One of the things actually that I am looking at right now are some of the bots. Now, I will never do a lot of trading with a bot because I like my own control. Some days when I feel that I really want to get in and do some purchasing, I'll wake up really early and I'll catch a lot of the markets way before anything happens. So that's just kind of what I do. A lot of really good information on here. You can take a look under cryptocurrency. You can take a look at any one of the rankings, the hot deals, anything like recently added. So this is one that you could look. Here's Simpson in New York. Okay. So obviously I would never invest into that one. But this is where I found Hedera or HBAR. So be sure that you stop by this site. And this is CoinMarketCap. And then finally, we're going to wind up here on CoinDesk. CoinDesk is a real good information. It just kind of breaks down the information for the day so that I have some idea as far as what the market is doing and what is this about Biden vetoes resolution overturning the SEC guidance. Yeah, that is something I want to read. I did not read that. That came out on May 31st. Okay, well, that may be a good piece of information. There you go. That's worth the cost of your investment into tonight. All right, how we doing? All right, we hit the 45-minute mark.
42 right here.
So we're going to go ahead and wind
Somebody's
this
got an eye on it still.
down. Go
I
back
think there's an exit for us
to
here. That's the problem.
the wrong one. All right, there we go.
what I
Okay,
do.
so shout outs. Thank you very much to everybody that stopped by the live stream. I really greatly appreciate it.
Okay, well, that's
And shout out to the team at Ramsey County and the Backseaters page for letting me use that information. I just want to call out YouTube for a moment. YouTube.
I don't want to confuse them anymore than
The clips that I had shown tonight, I did have written approval to play them, and I want to be sure I don't get any kind of copyright strike. Now, I have had a couple of copyright strikes. I've had permission, never got it in writing. I got it after the fact, and YouTube was okay with it. But I just don't want to aggravate YouTube. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, is there anything else you'd like to talk about tonight? If you do, you're only going to have another minute or two to post into chat. And sorry, I'm rocking 4 monitors here, so I'm literally looking everywhere. And looks like, you're all good? Okay. Looks like we're all good. All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I appreciate you. My name is Mark with Crypto for Seniors. If you have not stopped by our channel, oh my goodness, come on. Are you telling me that I don't have my channel up? Shame on me. There we go. There we are. Feel free to stop by our channel. There it is. Let me bring it over. And right in this area, you'll have access to our Discord. If you want to jump in there, you can ask me any questions about cryptocurrency, what I do, what I'm holding. I will not give you any at all financial advice. Nothing in tonight's video or anything that you have seen is considered financial advice. Please do your own research. Never, ever, ever invest $1 into cryptocurrency or stocks and bonds, or really anything for that matter, even real estate, unless you've done your due diligence. Speak to your financial planners, of which I am not. I know a lot of really good ones. I'm not going to give you their names either. Talk to you folks in your community and find somebody that you feel comfortable with. It's something my wife and I did early on, and it has made a major difference in our retirement. Major difference. Okay. We're going to leave that right there. All right. Well, thank you very much. Y'all take care now, and we are going to drop the live stream. Have a wonderful evening, and we're going to catch you on the next one.
Description for the bike is a
Bye
black
for now.
sports bike. The rider is wearing a black bike suit.
He did flee from in Ramsey County. The original offense, Ramsey County.
Copy, your last location was southbound Highway 3 from 170.
Dakota Metro. I believe you went west on 170.